Alright guys, so ever since I put out my most recent top 5 best weapons to use in Modern Warfare Zombies list, this weapon has been mentioned in my comment section way too many times to be ignored. I've even seen a couple comments even go as far as to say that this is the best shotgun in the game right now. We're going to be doing a bunch of testing with this thing inside of the red tier zone, and then we're also going to go and do the Season 3 Elder Dark Aether, which has been known to be one of the hardest Dark Aethers to complete. With that, welcome on back to the channel everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. Appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, rock the hell out of that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, guys. Just hit 21,000 subscribers and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the crazy support. It truly does mean the world to me. I can't wait to get into everything about this loadout and this run after a brief word from today's sponsor. If you guys want to unlock the new Mark of the Survivor camo or possibly even any of those get higher camos here in Modern Warfare 3, and you really just don't have the time to put in to get these challenges done, well then be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable sellers with heaps of brand new offerings for MW3 with completely safe and legitimate services for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And with all the great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely check them out. Be sure to use code REALG for 5% off your entire order for a limited time only. Now, I do believe it was back in like Season 3 when this thing was just incredibly OP. I do remember making like 2 or 3 videos on this thing. Unfortunately, if I'm remembering correctly, this thing ended up suffering a nerf during Season 4 somewhere. We came in here today, we got a legendary Aether tool, we got a flawless crystal, we're gonna get this thing absolutely as strong as we can get it. We're also throwing mega holding on it, so absolutely holding nothing back on it. This Haymaker did alright. I mean, it wasn't really doing exactly what it was doing back in the day, but it honestly did get the job done with anything that I put it up to. I wouldn't go attempting to like fight the red worm with this thing. If your intentions are to take on just like HVTs inside of the red tier zone, or like even with dealing mega abominations, it does okay. I wish it was a little bit faster with those. Do you remember back in the day we could just absolutely delete mega abominations in just a matter of a couple of seconds? Now it does take a little bit, but it's not too terribly long. This Haymaker shotgun is a little bit heavier, so we did build it out strictly for kind of movement. Firing on it really isn't all that bad either. I mean, especially against like a horde of zombies, it does pretty well, but if you want to like be doing massive damage against like a mega abomination to the mouths, definitely aim down sights. One of the things that I do kind of feel like they changed a little bit is the level cap on just the sheer fire rate. I don't feel like you can fire this thing as fast as you used to. Mega holding does help this just a little bit so you don't have to reload it all, but still it's just not feeling as fast. Now even with the 20 round drum and mega holding on this thing, you're only going to be sitting on 240 rounds, so watch your ammunition a little bit. There's definitely one downside to this shotgun. I have found myself running out of ammo here and there. My overall thoughts after using this thing inside of the second tier and third tier zone for quite a while, I do gotta say I was pretty impressed by it. It does have absolutely no problem handling all of the zombies, even in the red tier zone. Like those armored zombies are going down in like 2 shots, sometimes even 1. HVTs inside of the second tier zone go down absolutely instantly. That's almost no surprise though. When it comes to dealing with HVTs inside of the third tier zone, it did take a little bit longer, but you can still get the job done. If you are in a squad, it'll definitely feel a bit better. If you really want to hang out there and do like contracts like the raid weapon stash and the outlast and stuff like that, you can definitely sit up there and just do those comfortably. Now we are inside of the Season 3 Elder Dark Aether, and it's a little bit of a different ball game in here. Not only is everything in here just a little bit stronger, I mean the zombies, the bosses, the HVT, I mean everything in here has a little bit more health and is just a little bit stronger. My initial plan was I was just gonna take out this HVT mega abomination with the VR11. Now I only came in here with it packed up to level 2, and I think that might have been kind of a mistake. So I always tell you guys to be prepared, because like even honestly I was thinking I was going to be just fine. I've came in here several times with just this thing only up to level 2, and I can usually kill this guy really quickly. For some reason the damage just was not there with the VR11, or maybe I wasn't getting those shots like directly off in the guy's mouth like I needed to, you know, pause that. It eventually got to the point when I ran around with the VR11 for long enough, I ran out of ammo, and I eventually finished off the mega abomination with the Haymaker anyways. And this thing really does not do bad for crowd control. I mean, just with the burst of the shotgun, it's really not too bad. I would just say don't get caught up, keep moving inside of here. That's one thing I think a lot of players, the mistake that they make is they just don't keep moving. And hell, trust me, it even gets me sometimes. I'll get caught up in just trying to shoot zombies, or like I got a bunch of mimics around me and I'm trying to get rid of them, and all of a sudden I'm just realizing I'm just not moving enough. I did also end up getting the very first cinematic trailer for Black Ops 6 Zombies today, and I was really excited to get that. If you guys want to see my reaction and breakdown, I will have it linked down in the description, and also there will be one of those pop-up things at the end of the video. Seems like things for Black Ops 6 are definitely really starting to heat up, and I am very excited. I mean, we are also getting the gameplay trailer on the 8th, which is only 2 days away, guys. And hopefully we'll get to see like a more clear image of that new enemy type. Like, that has me really curious, like that spider that just bursts out of the head. Maybe we'll also get a little look at the melee macchiato perk, see how like the movement is gonna affect the gameplay in zombies. I think that's gonna be kind of interesting as well. The cinematic trailer was really cool. It was cool to see them all get like busted out of prison, and then all of a sudden Peck shows up, ends up telling them that he wants Requiem to help them kill Richtofen. I mean, the whole thing was just really cool. I love the fact that we're able to play as all of these characters from Cold War that we weren't able to play in that game. I think that's just awesome. Treyarch, amazing job. The fact that we do have the confirmation from Nolan North that he's actually voicing Richtofen in this game, like we actually know that Richtofen has voice lines and stuff in here, so hopefully he's actually going to be playing a bigger part and a role in this game. And like I mentioned in my previous videos, even if they do successfully like go through with it and they end up killing Richtofen, will it actually end up killing Richtofen? Because from everything that we've seen throughout the years, there's just so many different versions of Richtofen. Like there's this multiverse like layers of Richtofen, and you never know, like if you kill one, is there just going to be another one that pops up later? I mean, ultimately when it comes down to it, as zombie fans, do we really want them to kill Richtofen? Because if they kill Richtofen, will there still be zombies left? I mean, I'm sure they would come up with a new, you know, antagonist and whatnot, but I don't know, to me Richtofen just feels like he's just the perfect like role for the villain in zombies. It's just gonna kind of suck when the day comes that comes to an end. Now I have to admit, guys, this Haymaker did serve me pretty well throughout the entirety of this run. Like even when I was in the red tier zone coming in here into the Elder Dark Aether, like I said, we even had times when I thought that the Haymaker wasn't going to be strong enough and I was just going to use the VR11, but we even ended up using the Haymaker anyways. Did do decently well inside of the Outlast contract to help keep a lot of those zombies off of me, and then even during this escort mission I ended up using it quite a bit. One thing I did struggle with a little bit towards the end of the contract, I mean especially in this escort contract, you're going to see, is I was struggling with ammo a bit. Luckily you can just be picking up ammo from the zombies that you kill, but if you're like me and your luck is running a little bit low, sometimes it's kind of hard to find ammo on the ground. At the end of this escort contract, it can just get incredibly hectic. Like it spawns in a lot of zombies right here, so I just depended on what little tiny VR11 ammo I had left, changing some of these zombies, making sure that these guys can act as a little bit of decoys for me, healing up the ACV whenever I get the chance. I feel like this last stop takes forever. I mean, it probably doesn't. It probably takes the same amount of time as all the rest of them. It just feels like it does. One, you really don't want to jump off the edge because these zombies can destroy this ACV really fast, so you really just don't want to jump off the edge of the bridge. And look at that, guys. We ended up getting another dead wire detonators out of there. We ended up getting dead wire detonators out of every single one of the contracts in here. A little bit unfortunate because now we got a lot of these things, but you know what, that's not too bad. But overall, I do gotta say I had quite a bit of fun with this Haymaker shotgun, guys. It isn't as good as it used to be, I'm just gonna tell you that right now. For me personally, I kind of think that the Spaz 12, the Reclaimer shotgun, is definitely a little bit better than this thing. Moors might be outperforming it a little bit with the conversion kit that turns it into the blunderbuss if you got mega holding and everything. As you guys can see from the video, we were able to use this Haymaker to do almost the most difficult stuff in this game and completely solo, and we didn't struggle too bad. So here's that loadout. Appreciate everybody that watched the video. If you enjoyed it, drop it a like for me, subscribe to the channel. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.